Hey guys, this is Day-8. Okay, so yesterday we have completed till step 30. So we are right now in learn CSS by building a set of colored markers, right? So we are just learning the CSS colorings. So let's move on to today task of completing the 31st exercise. Okay, so yeah, so before that, let's enlarge this preview section to the right side, right? So like we can see it clearly. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so now that we are familiar with the secondary colors, yeah, secondary color is nothing but simply colors that is mixture of the RGB values, right? So the RGB value is a combination of red, green, and blue. Okay, so yeah, so what they are telling is now if you're familiar with the secondary colors, you will learn how the ternary colors. So secondary colors means combination of two colors. Ternary colors is a combination of both three colors. Okay, so to create a ternary colors, orange update the RGB function in the one class CSS rule so that the red at maximum and set the green to 127. Green to 127. 127. Okay, so it's yeah. Now this changed into orange, right? Yeah. Let's move on. That's right. Okay. So notice that to create orange, you have to increase the intensity of the red, decrease the intensity of the green. Yeah. So this because orange is a combination of red and yellow. To create a ternary color spring green, combine the cyan with the green so that to update the value of blue to 127. So we should just decrease this blue value intensity to 127 so it gets a light green. Okay, yeah. Let's move on to 33. Okay, and to create the ternary color violet, combine the magenta with blue. Update the RGB function in the .3 class to set red to 127. So now they are telling to set the red to 127, so it changes to a violet color, right? Yeah, you can see here. Okay, now there are three more ternary colors: chart reuse, green, green plus yellow, azure, rose, and many more. So they are telling to update this. So first, create the chart green, update the RG value .1 class to 127. So they are telling to change it to 127. Okay, yeah. So next they are telling to change the green value to 127. 127. Then they are telling to change the .3 class to 127, right? Yeah. So let's change it 127. So let's check our code. Yeah, it's right. I think so, but it's wrong. Sorry guys. So you want to set 127 255. Wait, I check. So they are telling to change this to 255 at its maximum, and that's all about this. So let's check our code. Now 127 to 255. So they are telling to change the alter to higher intensity. Okay. So then this they are telling to change the red. Yeah, they are telling to change. So let's change the blue to 255. So let's check our code now. So the code is right now is wrong. So because they are telling to change the blue. Oh my god, sorry guys, I just confused a little bit. So now right now I think this is 255. Okay, so now it should be right. Okay, yeah, you can see the color has been updated here. Okay, let's move on. Now you have gone through all primary and secondary ternary colors in the color wheel. Okay, yeah. So now it's easier to understand the color combination patterns. So they're telling to style the dot to 1, 2, 3 classes, adjust the value RGB to background color of each element is set to pure black. Remember that RGB function uses an additive color model where the color starts as black and changes to values to red, green, blue increases. Okay. So what they are telling to us is, I don't know what they're telling to us. Adjust the value in the RGB function so that the background color of each element is set to pure black. So they are telling to change the background of each element to set to pure black. So they are just telling us to understand the concept of this. Okay. So yeah, you can see. So they are telling us to change everything black. Okay, so background color to black. Okay, now I changed everything to black. So black starts from 0. So you can see every three colors has been in black color. Okay, so a color wheel is a circular which is similar to a hue near each other, different ones apart from. For example, pure red is between hue and rose and orange. Okay, so yeah, there is two colors that is a complementary color, means one opposite to each other, right? So yeah, black versus white, like that. So they are telling the RGB one class set the red value to maximum of 255. Okay, I'm just giving to 255, and they are telling to dot 2 class set to green to maximum. Okay, just 255. Let's check our code. Wait, they are telling to change the both the colors. Okay, so yeah, so 255. So let's check our code now. Yeah, it's right now. Okay, So notice that the red and cyan, okay, sorry. So red and cyan colors are very bright next to each other. Yeah, they are very bright. So this contrast can be distracting if it is overused on a website. So it may be hard to replace any complementary color. It's better to practice choose one color as a dominant color. Use its complementary as an assistant to bring attention to certain content. Okay, so they are telling us the first in the H1 rule, RGB value set to background to cyan. Okay, they are telling to set a background color to cyan. Yeah, so you can see now you can apply this. So we check. They are telling to use RGB values. Oh, yeah, so the RGB value for cyan is 0, 255, 255. So let's check it. Control enter. Yeah, it's now right. So you can see this is a cyan color, right? So yeah. So next one class dot one class. They set the RGB background to black. Okay, so they're telling to set to black. Okay, let's remove this to 55 to set black and set the class RGB background to red. Okay, so they're telling this change to red. So right now we are just changing each and everything to understand this concept. So you can see now we understand this concept. We are checking our concept of RGB values, that is red, green, blue. So yeah, notice how your eyes are naturally drawn to the red color in the center. Yes, you can see when I see suddenly this website, I can just see this red color compared to this black because this is so attractive and it's placed in center, right? So this helps to use for editing and important stuffs like headings, button and links. Okay, so yeah, so they're telling to change the class 2 to black. Okay, so yeah, so change all to black. So let's check. Control enter. Yeah, it's right. Okay. Now they are telling to remove the background property for this default white. So yeah, let's remove the background color for the heading tag. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Now it's time to add another EDS to the marker, starting with the first one. In the first marker div, add the class 1 to red. What they are telling? In the first marker div, okay, in this, change the class 1 to red. Okay, they are telling to change this 1 to red. So yeah, let's check it. Yeah, it's right. Then wait, okay, then update the one class to target it. So they're telling to target red, so it's will be more meaningful, I think so. So red, the same name, right? So also update the RGB value of red so that they red at maximum. So let's come back to our project view. So we have learned till RGB stuff, so let's doing our project stuff. So next let's remove this 2 and make it to green, and let's remove this 3 and make it to blue, right? Let's control enter, check. Okay, that's right. Let's move on. So now let's remove this to what is that? Green, right? Yeah, green. Wait, there's extra E. Then let's remove this 3 to blue. Okay, so yeah, it's blue. So let's check our code. Yeah, our code is working fine. Let's move on. Okay, a very common way to apply color to an element with CSS is with hexadecimal. Okay, this is the more efficient compared to this RGB itself, okay, because it is supported by all browsers. Okay, so RGB stands, X value stands for the same like RGBs, so it's a minimum of starts with 0 and maximum of F. Okay, so it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instead of 10, we can use A, B, C, D, E, F. So F means 15. Okay, so the maximum of 15, which is F. Okay, this is the stuff they are telling. So yeah, so what if this example means this is a blue. Okay, so the value of R, that is red, is 4B. So 4B stands for AB level. Okay, so level. So this is the value. So 53 means that is the contribution of the green value, and 20 stands for B value. Okay, yeah. So in the dot green, change the this RGB value to color code hash 00 for the red, green, FF for the green. Let's make it capsule so it's so nice, and FF for the blue. Okay, yeah, you can see. Let's check our code. So before that, they are telling to change. Okay, so you can see they are telling to change add only green colors. Okay, so let's check our code. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's move on. Okay, yeah, as I explained earlier, this is start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we are not using 10 because it's a 2-digit value, right? So instead of 10 we use A, instead of 11 we use B, C, D, E, and instead of 15 we use F. Okay, so yeah, this is the stuff. So FF means it's 100%, 0 means it's 0%. Okay, yeah, so this is the meaning of this same this X value is meaning of same this RGB value. Okay, so yeah, the lower the intensity of green by setting the green value of X. So here is the green, so let's lower by 7. So you can see the intensity of green has been reduced, so it's become darker. Right now it's darker. Yeah, the HLS color model, and the hue, saturation and the lightness is another way to represent colors. Okay, the HSL, oh, so there are I think 4 ways. Okay, so first way is you can simply write the name. Okay, so like you can see you can simply write the name like red. Okay, otherwise there is another way is just now we have wrote, that is RGB. Okay, so RGB of 255 0 0. Okay, this is the another way, the second way. And the third way we have learned just now is using X value, right? That is hexadecimal value, that is FF 0000. You can see same, the same color has been updated. So the last way is using HSL, hue, saturation and level of brightness. I think so. Sorry, level of brightness means that is lightness of how to bright appears. 0% means it's lighter, and 100% means it's completely white, a brighter way. Okay, that is the stuff, that is hue, saturation and the lightness. Okay, you can see clearly in this way. Okay, yeah. So they are telling to change the HSL to hue to 240. So 240. So you can see it starts from, if you imagine a colorway, hue is at 0 degree and green is at 120 degree and blue is 240 degree. So this is the basic stuff. Mostly you can't use, I suggest to use RGB value and hexadecimal value. I will not prefer this, but still you can try this. Okay, there's a way, because let's learn it, right? So yeah, 50, 100. Sorry. Okay. So I think you should add the percentage too. So let's add it. Let's check, control enter. Yeah, now it's right. It's the value using hue. Okay, hue, saturation and level of brightness. So you have learned a few ways to flat color CS element. So but you also learned the transition or gradient. Okay, yeah, the gradient, you heard about gradient, right? Gradient is combination of two colors. Right now it's the same color like red, green, blue. So we can also add the combination of both colors, like using the keyword linear gradient. Okay, so linear gradient function used to add different colors for the same image, same stuff. One thing you want to is linear gradient function actually creates an image element and usually paired with the background property with the accept the image as a value. Okay, it's like an image. Okay, yeah. So they are telling to change the background to background. Okay, so they are telling to change this, I think. So in this way, change the background color property to background and give the RGB value as 255, 0, 0. Okay, yeah, right now it's red. So yeah, you can see it's a background, you can see here. So yeah, this is the, what is going to say, that is a syntax for the linear gradient. Okay, first is keyword linear gradient. So background, keyword linear gradient, and the gradient direction. So direction stands for which direction. So like the color 1 should start from here and then mixes to color 2 like this. So this is a vertical, horizontal line, a vertical color, slanting, everything you can learn. Okay, you can do with this. So wait, I can expand with this stuff. So you can use linear gradient. So wait. So you can see linear gradient and open bracket. So the gradient, they are telling to say you can start with 90 degree. Okay, so let's start with 90 degree, comma, so red, comma, blue. Okay, you can see this is the gradient. Okay, linear gradient. You can see this is 9. I can explain it. So linear gradient means you can have two colors or more than two colors in the same line. Okay, so this 90 degree stands for, and gradient direction stands for 90 degree. So 90 degree means this way, right? So it is starting from this red to it's going here, and the second color blue is here, right? So you're ending with blue. So in between it's a combination of red and blue. Okay, you can see. So when I put 180 degree, it's a flat line, right? So you can see it's from top to bottom. Yeah, you can see that it starts from red, okay, top, and it's end with the blue. Okay, this is the thing of linear gradient. It's useful for gradient effect for than image or something. Okay, let's do it. So they're telling to change it to 90 degree. 90 degree. So let's check our code. They are telling to remove this. I think so. Let's check right now. Yeah, that's right. So now let's add the color. So set the first color to red, pure red. Okay, in RGB function, RGB red stands for 255, 0, 0, right? Yeah. So let's check our code, control enter. That's right, let's move on. So the gradient, linear gradient is not displayed here because we should have at least a single. Okay, so you can see you won't see any gradient yet because the function need at least two colors. So at least two color is needed. Okay, so let's add the another color, that is they are telling to add a pure green. Okay, so RGB, the green stands for 0, so 0 comma 255 comma 0. Okay, so let's control enter. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can see right now the gradient effect. It's looking nice. The gradient effect with the color combination. Right now it's not so good, but with correct color combination, it's looking beautiful. So add a pure blue to third. Okay, there is no limit. Okay, so we can add there is no 2. Okay, we can add more than 2 also, like RGB 0 comma 0 comma 255. You can see I add 3 colors: red, green, blue. Okay, so yeah. And also you can add the intensity of a color. How many percentage it should be like this. You can see right now there is red is a minimal, blue also minimal, but you can see green is maximum, right, starting from year to year. Okay, so we can also force the percentage of the color. Okay, like this. Okay, so in linear gradient function add 75 to the color stop after first red. So okay, so 75 percentage. Okay, so you can see now I had a color percentage of 75. So the 75% is taken by red color. So this is the remaining has to be shared by green and blue. Okay, yeah. So they are telling to change this to 180 degree. So now you know the basic how the linear gradient functions works. More realistic. So let's make it more realistic. Yeah, you can see now. That's the color marker right now starting. So next, color stars for red 0 and this color star for green is 50 and blue is 100. Okay, I got it. So they are telling to change the color star for this stuff is 0% and color star for 50, sorry, green is 50%. Then color star for blue is 100%. Yeah, you can see this has been applied. So what this means, it's what light they are telling us is start from 0%. The red is starting from 0 and in between the center should be in the green and at last the blue should be there. So this is means it's automatically this will be applied. So all three has equal colors, equal percentage. Okay, so yeah, now the color stops are set. Your different shades of red each arguments of the linear gradient. The top two edges will be darker while one is middle is lighter if lighter above. So for the first color argument, which is currently pure red, update the RGB value to 122. Okay, they are telling to change the RGB value. So it's darker, right? So let's change it to a lighter version of the red color. So 122, 74 and 14. Okay, so you can see right now it's a lighter version. Lighter. Okay. So let's move on. Right. So now modify the second color arguments in the linear gradient function, which is currently pure green. Yeah, so they are telling to change the color of the green to, so let's remove the existing color. So let's add 245 to red and 62 to green and 113 to blue. Okay, you can see something like a reddish color, right? Yeah. So let's move on to the third one. I think this we should remove one, I don't know. So they update the RGB of the third two, right? Okay, so let's take this, remove this 162 comma 27 comma 27. So yeah, so now it's looking at realistic marker, right? So by changing this value of this RGB and using a linear gradient, we can make a realistic stuff like this marker. Okay, let's move on with 60. The red marker is looking much more realistic. Yeah, as we see here, two green and blue are so plain with the color, like just looking like a rectangle. But when I look at this red, it's like a more realistic, right? So yeah, so now you will do the same for green marker using the combination of linear gradient. So they are telling to change the dot green, change the background color property to background. Okay, they are telling to remove this. I remove it. Let's check. Control enter. Yeah, right. Let's move on. Okay, so for this marker, you will see X color codes for your gradient. Okay, right now let's learn using the X color. This work even for the X color, not only for this RGB values, right? Okay, so they are telling to just remove the stuff and start writing the keyword linear gradient and with the linear direction of 180 degree. Okay, so and they are telling to start with use an X. Okay, so like hash 55 for red, 68 for green and 0D for blue. Okay, let's control enter. Yeah, let's write. Let's move on. So after adding the second one, we can visible in the page. So let's add the second stuff. So ash 71 for red, F5 for green, and 3E for blue. Yeah, you can see now this is visible for the green. Okay. So yeah, today this stuff has been completed. So yeah, right now I have completed till 62. Okay. So yeah, so I'm in the midway of the marker. So I think by tomorrow I can complete this stuff. So just follow along me so we can learn further. So starting from tomorrow we can learn this step 63 and other things. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. So join with me. So let's together become a full stack developer, right? So enjoy coding, happy coding, never stop learning, happy coding.